Here's what you need to know this morning. Weather to impact rail network. Commuters are being urged to avoid all non-essential travel, as severe weather continues to impact the state's rail network with flooding, landslides and trees on tracks. Minister for Transport David Elliott said people should rethink their travel plans with delays and cancellations expected this week, and our crews needing time to assess, clear and repair any damage to the network. With bad weather likely to continue and the extent of damage still unclear, we need to act to ensure the safety of commuters while also providing as many services as we safely can to keep freight and passengers moving, Mr. Elliott said. Commuters are also urged to be cautious on the road network with localized flooding and damage across the state. Thousands remain without power. Thousands of homes and businesses across New South Wales were left in the dark overnight due to the ongoing weather event. Electricity provider Endeavour Energy said in statement yesterday that floodwaters and storm damage had interrupted the delivery of services. They said about 300 customers had been impacted in the northwest Sydney suburb of McGrath-Hill, where an evacuation order was in place. They also said trees had hit power lines in the Shoalhaven, Southern Highlands and Illawarra regions, cutting power to 4,500 homes and businesses. Customers along the Hawkesbury and Nepean rivers were among others also affected. Crews were on standby to restore power where possible. Fallen tree lands on ute. A tree fell on a ute in Sydney's west overnight. A tree has fallen onto a Toyota ute parked in a driveway at Flat Rock Road, Kingsgrove in Western Sydney. The branches of the tree also tangled in power lines at the top of a power pole. Emergency services taped off the area so the tree can be removed at a safer time. Sydney was yesterday battered by wild weather, but the rain is expected to ease today. PM to visit flood-hit northern NSW. Prime Minister Scott Morrison will assess the flood damage in northern NSW. Prime Minister Scott Morrison will today visit northern NSW to assess the terrible flood damage firsthand and speak with local communities. Mr. Morrison will visit the Emergency Operations Centre in Gunnellabar and the Norco Ice Cream Factory in Lismore. The cleanup in the area continues after NSW Police Deputy Commissioner Mal Lanyon was appointed Northern NSW Recovery Coordinator. Lismore was last week devastated by record-breaking floods. Ben Robert Smith trial continues. Former SAS soldier Ben Robert Smith denies all the allegations. The defamation trial of decorated war veteran Ben Robert Smith continues in the federal court in Sydney today. The Victoria Cross recipient is suing the Sydney Morning Herald, The Age and the Canberra Time newspapers over stories containing allegations of unlawfulings overseas, bullying and domestic violence. Yesterday, an elite soldier denied fueling a rumour mill within the Special Air Service Regiment about the of an Afghan man with a prosthetic leg. The witness likened the SAS to a country wives club, where rumours are spread and expand tenfold. Royal Commission into Defence suicide continues. Ms. Wilson says she was very fearful during her time in the Australian Navy. The Royal Commission into Veteran and Defence suicide continues in Sydney today. The Commission yesterday heard from a witness who reported several assaults to her superiors, all of which were ignored. Danielle Wilson said she had only recently turned 18 when she was sexually assaulted while on a training exercise with the Royal Australian Navy. It's an experience that left her suffering depression, anxiety, and repeated panic attacks. I was very fearful. You didn't know what was going to happen on a day-to-day basis.